question on my last video that I'm going to answer now. They were just asking, how did Canada get its name? Why are we called Canada? And basically, I believe it was Jacques Cartier who was exploring around Canada when it was first discovered, and he happened across a village of, it was either Iroquois or Huron. I'm guessing it was Huron. But they had the same word and the same meaning for it, so yeah. Anyways, the chief came outside and greeted them, and was talking to them and told them to come to the village. And one of Jacques Cartier's interpreters misunderstood it, and he thought the word for village meant that this land was Canada, that the land was known as Canada, because the Huron and Iroquois word for village is Canada. So the word Canada is a native word for village, and that mistake just kind of stuck around, and so it became known as Canada. So yeah. Anyways, the picture, I haven't gone anywhere lately, so I just took this tonight just so that you would have something other than a black screen to look at. I graduated from college at the end of April, and went to my ceremony and everything, and that was pretty cool. Afterwards, we had a barbecue with all of our instructors, and that was a lot of fun, actually. And I've been waiting for my security license to come in before I can start work. And that will likely be another couple of months, because I think they lost my paperwork. So I'm probably not going to be working for at least another month, I'm guessing. But in the meantime, I started working for that farmer that I worked for last year. They called me up and asked if I wanted to work for a little bit, so that's what I'm doing. And I've also been on call since I moved back to my town. 3 of them. Most of them haven't been very big. People are calling it in before they get very big, but one of them a week ago, well, I guess it was almost a week ago, it got pretty big because it was windy out, and so we called in 5 other departments, so there was a total of 6. And we were at that fire for 12 hours overnight, so we were a little bit tired afterwards. And then the next day we kept on getting calls. So I've been quite busy. We also had, last weekend we had a rugby tournament in my town. They always have it this time of the year, but usually it's snowing during the tournament, so not as many people turn out, but this year it was very hot out, and so a lot of people came. And people come from all over the place. We had a team, well, they come from all across Canada and the United States. Most of them were from the United States. And then we had one team from New Zealand, which I don't know what happened, but I'm guessing the team from New Zealand probably killed everybody. But there's always a big party for the high school kids afterwards. So the tournament goes from Thursday, Friday, and then on Saturday too. And on Saturday night, all the teams get together, and a bunch of people from around the high school all go to a random place and have a party. They call it a bush party. So they'll just go out to a farmer's land who's given them permission to go out there. And they'll have a bonfire, and they'll just drink and whatnot. And most years it's never a problem. The RCMP all know about it, and they don't care. I mean, they're going to be drinking anyways, so they just want them to be doing it safely, that's all. I mean, most of the kids are underage. They're 16 or 17. The drinking age is 18 here. I do remember the Americans always really liked it, because I think the drinking age is 21 down there, so. But this year, like I said, it was a lot warmer, and normally it's snowing, so not as many people go, but this year it was huge. And there's a fire ban on because of how dry it's been. And the RCMP were getting a little bit uncomfortable, I guess, with how many people were there. They were a little bit underpowered, so they couldn't check everybody that was leaving to see if they had been drinking and driving or what. So they decided to close down the party called us in to put out the bonfire. And they didn't enjoy that. They were yelling at us. I felt like turning the hose on all of them, but I restrained myself. So we crashed their party, and I mean, it was about probably 300 or 400 kids from all over the place. I mean, the New Zealand team went, the American teams went, the Canadian teams went. It's a huge party, and we crashed it a little bit too early for them, I guess. So when we all finished up, we went back to the hall, we cleaned up, I went back to bed, and then about an hour later, the RCMP called us again to do the same thing. They just moved the party and started another fire. Anyways, that happened twice more. But other than crashing parties and pissing off high school kids, I haven't been doing a lot. Like I said, it's been extremely dry. And things are starting to get green. And the trees have just started to get their leaves on them. Which is kind of nice. It's not so ugly looking anymore. Since things are starting to turn a little bit green. So, while I wait for my security license, I'm just making calls, and then every once in a while I'm working for the farmer. And I'm guessing I'm going to be doing this for a couple of months. I've also been doing some community events with the fire department, which is something that I love. On Wednesday, what is today? Today is Friday. Yeah, so Wednesday. We did a bike safety thing, and usually I take part in all of the community events, but I hadn't done this one yet, and it was really cool. I always love doing these types of things out in the community, and we got to wear our dress uniforms, which we don't do very often, so we looked all fancy. because I always get some kids that come up to me and they're all really scared, and I don't know why. I'm not a scary looking person, so, but they always come up and say that they want to be firefighters and ask how old they have to be and all these things. So that's one of my favorite parts about being on the department, is getting out and doing those types of things. And there's going to be a lot of them coming up, so I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, I've been talking for too long, so